How's it going, guys? This is Matt Does Fitness, and today I'm going to show you how to build your chest, right? How to get a bigger, stronger chest. Now, I've touched on it in a couple of previous videos, but people still ask me how to hit your chest, right? It's a very hard thing to do. It's very easy to go through a chest session and get very little chest engagement, right? So it's really, really important you do a couple of things that I'm going to tell you now, right? There are two golden rules in terms of engaging your chest. The first one is, right, you've got to keep your chest out. Okay, it sounds simple, but you'll be amazed how many people don't do it. All right, so if you're doing like a chest press, okay, it's very, very easy just to kind of, if I show you side on, just to start your press and to do this. Okay, you see people pushing and they'll put their shoulders come right in here in front of their chest, and all that happens is your anterior, so the front of your shoulder, does all the work, and you end up with massive delts, no chest, and you get this horrible kind of hunch posture. You see loads of bodybuilders walking around with this ridiculous, they look like a caveman, this stupid posture, and it's where they do all of their bench, all of their like kind of presses with this like ridiculous hunched position, right? So you've got to get your chest out. If you start pressing like this, the second you push your chest out, you'll feel it immediately go straight into your chest, alright? So any bench press, any incline press, even flies, you must keep your chest in front of your shoulders, alright? So it's out here like this. Okay, second rule is the position of your elbows, alright? Now, I mean, I used to do it myself. You see loads of people do it. They'll get on a bench press and they'll start pressing, and their arms, elbows are right up here, okay? Now, like I am now, it's not too bad. If you get on a bench and you've got heavy weight, if you come down with your elbows up here, there is so much pressure on your shoulder. Firstly, it's going to mess your shoulders up, and secondly, just like the last thing, you're going to work your shoulders, you're not going to work your chest properly, you're going to get big imbalances and you're going to look like a moron, alright? So, when you're pressing, okay, that's too high. Obviously down here is going to be triceps. You want it kind of in the middle, around this area here, okay? So about 45 degrees from your body. So any bench press, again, incline press, even the flies, you don't want to be up here, okay? That's going to put pressure on your shoulder, it's not going to work your chest. You want to be in this area here, okay? And again, the second you do it, if you try and come back here, it feels horrible. The second you drop down here, you've got much more range, it's much more comfortable, and it's easier to push your chest out and really engage your chest, okay? So two golden rules: chest out, elbows at about 45 degrees, okay? I'm going to show you a few presses now, just to demonstrate what I mean, okay? I'll give you an example and you'll see kind of how it works, alright? Okay, so, first thing is keeping your chest out, okay? So if you watch me, normally, well not normally, a lot of people, they'll do their bench, okay? And when they come up from here, they push their shoulders right up to finish the movement, okay? And you end up front of your shoulders doing all the work, the chest does nothing, alright? So you've got to keep, if you look at me, I'm keeping my chest up. My chest is the furthest, the highest part of my body, and straight away I can feel the chest engagement is much, much better, okay? So that's the first thing. That chest engagement, pushing your chest up, right? Second thing is the elbows. Again, if I grab the bar, if I come down like this, that feels horrendous. I feel like I'm going to snap my shoulders out, okay? So pushing like this feels horrible. It's very hard to get my chest up. If I bring my elbows round to here, straight away, it feels much more comfortable. There's much less pressure on my shoulders, and I can feel loads more chest engagement. Okay, so there are your two things: chest out, elbows down here. And that's that, okay? So you've got your two rules. You keep your chest out. The chest is the highest part of your body all the time, and you drop your elbows down to here, okay? Not up there, not by the sides, kind of in the middle, alright? Those two things, that is a surefire way to build a big chest, okay? They're absolutely crucial. The only other thing I would add on this topic, right, is that, and this kind of varies from person to person, but you might want to try not fully extending your elbows, right? What I find is, if I'm doing sets of bench press, and say I'm doing 12 reps to build mass, okay? If you fully extend your elbows at the end of every rep, your chest is getting a split second when your elbows are extended where it's not contracted, it gets a rest, okay? So you're reducing that time under tension, alright? Obviously muscle contraction and time under tension, they are the ways to build muscle. So if you're getting a rest every single rep, it kind of almost defeats the object. So I personally, if I'm going for more reps, for more size, I won't come all the way up. I'll go, most of the way, maybe 9/10 of the way, but I'll just stop before the top, okay? That does very much vary from person to person. I've got quite long arms, So for me that is definitely the case. My elbows are locked out, my chest is getting a rest, okay? If you've got shorter limbs or you've got maybe a different build, you might find that you can come all the way up, and it might be great. You might find your chest is really contracted when you're all the way out, okay? But for me personally, I tend to stop just before. The only exception is if I'm doing like a strength session, which is obviously like, say if I'm doing bench press and I'm doing a 1 rep max, it doesn't count as a rep unless you come all the way up and you lock out, okay? So obviously there I would do it, but except for that, I always, in my kind of presses, I don't completely lock out purely because I want to keep that time under tension going, okay? Right, hope you found this helpful. This is 100% the way to go, okay? If you want to build a big chest, if you want to get bigger, you've got to do these 2 things, right? People ask me all the time how to get a bigger chest. That's it, all right? Chest out, elbows down here. If you do it straight away, you will feel the chest engagement is 10 times better, okay? And you'll get big gains very quickly. So, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, found it helpful, please press like, and I will see you next time.